The field he never bought. Elias Ward spent nearly 70 years as an antiques dealer. His shop smelled of dust and old wood, of time itself. Every object carried a story. Every crack and blemish whispered of lives long gone. Elias had trained his eye to see value where others saw refuse. Chipped porcelain, tarnished silver, maps faded almost beyond recognition. He believed in treasure. Not the kind that sparkles at first glance, but the kind that hides, buried beneath neglect, waiting for someone patient enough to search. And so he searched, estate sales, forgotten attics, boxes left untouched for generations. He lived convinced that the next find, the next discovery, would be the one that made it all worthwhile. As a young man, Elias once read a parable Jesus told. The kingdom of heaven is like treasure hidden in a field. When a man found it, he sold everything he had and bought that field. Elias admired the story. He understood it, or so he thought. To him, it was a metaphor for the collector's life. Yes, that's it, he told himself. A true seeker recognizes worth and is willing to give everything to possess it. And so he gave everything to the search. Over the decades, Elias found remarkable things. Coins from fallen empires, a watch that had crossed oceans and survived wars, a centuries-old Bible, rare and priceless, locked behind glass, never opened. His reputation grew, his shop filled to the brim. Others called him successful, yet his heart remained strangely hollow, a quiet emptiness he never paused long enough to examine. Then the searching ended. At the close of his life, Elias found himself standing in a place brighter than any gold he had ever held. And there he stood before God. God looked at him, not with anger, but with kindness, and asked a single question. Elias, what did you find? Elias began to speak. He listed his treasures, his rarest discoveries, the objects that had made his name known. He spoke of decades spent searching, learning, acquiring. He spoke for a long time. God listened patiently. Then God said, "You searched the whole world for what was buried, but you walked past the field that mattered most." Elias fell silent. The treasure was never an object. God continued, "It was my Son, Jesus Christ. He was the pearl of great price, the treasure hidden in plain sight. You saw him, you heard his name, you even admired the story, but you never sold everything to take hold of him." And in that moment Elias understood. He had owned many fields, but he had never bought that one. Tears filled his eyes, not tears of fear, but of sorrow, not regret for a life wasted, but grief for a treasure misunderstood.